I promised everybody that I would be back. I was supposed to have done a stream on yesterday. I was supposed to, and I do apologize. I was having some issues with getting my stream set up, all going, but we're back. We're gonna do this stream. I owe you guys. I got a couple people in the chat. Ray, what's up, man? How's it going? I know, right? I had to do something with Xenogears because this is my favorite game of all time. Simply deep. Thank you, man. Um, only thing I did is cut the sides. I actually the top is still long, but the sides are uh, still short. So people coming in. We got 3 people on Twitch. I don't know how many we have on YouTube. This is the first time I've streamed on YouTube in a while. I'm actually using the built-in functionality on whatchamacallit, XSplit, so that I can stream to 3 different platforms. I'm streaming to here, on Twitch, on Facebook, and on YouTube, just because I felt like I need to make up for it. And I haven't put up a new video on YouTube in about a week, so hey. So let's go ahead and we're going to get into it. How's everyone's day going? Hopefully, you guys are all doing good. I know it's been a while since I have done anything, but actually going to redo this. I initially did the stream on Wednesday, and I streamed it using an emulator. This time, thankfully, I'm actually playing on PlayStation, so I don't have to run into that issue again. So you're at work right now, man? Oh, that's good. Good, your days are going good.
This is an emergency. Level 1 alert.
Omega-1 restarting. Alpha-1 genome restructuring. Confirming exon replacement. Base code 85 million. 100 million. Its speed is overwhelming. Alpha-1 to raise your central. Access confirmed. Initializing fake net. Disconnected. Activating emergency shelter. Denied. Contamination is spreading widely. Captain.
Cut off the cables manually.
Roger. Activating self-destruct bolts. Confirming. No good, nothing happened. Omega-1, they are attacking. We can't stop them. 98% of our weapons have been taken over. The autopilot system Faust has been accessed, and its phase space logic is being rewritten. Ergo area is increasing. An internal plane is forming. Switching to space displacement mode. Alpha-1, confirming transfer of coordinate codes. Coordinates input, coordinate NX128, EZ061. The main planet.
Damn. So they're planning on attacking. Engine room. Activate the emergency sealing system. Engine room. Engine.
All right, I'm back. Put up a new poll on Twitch.
See that all civilians and passengers are safely transported to the escape shuttles. I will send a dispatch after evacuation is complete. I am evacuating the ship. All of you.
Yeah, Simply Deep. This is from the PlayStation 1 area.
Evacuate the ship immediately.
My emulator, I was actually running it through my Initially I was running it on my PC, but then what I did this time was we had the PlayStation Classic, so I went ahead and modded it, which is what I was actually trying to do yesterday. So I modded it, and I keep forgetting, where do I need to look? The camera's right here. So I modded it, and I was able to finally add it on. Yo, Spaceman, what's up, Cloudy? What's good, man? What is Gato Roboto? I've heard of it. I'm not familiar with it. I make sure I got all of my chats up. Okay. Okay, got all my chats up, so I can see everything now. Okay. What's everybody saying? Alright, Simply Deep, he says, as I said before, I try to be good this time, lol. I guess why you're... That was the reason I'm called that. Thank you for the comment on that. Ray, says a Metroidvania type space. Get one of those. Okay, hey, if you say it's good, man, I'm down to hop on it. Oh, Lehua joined the chat. Hey, Lehua, how's it going? Supposed to be working, ain't you? How's my audio? Am I sounding clear? I had to give me a NOS because I'm going to be streaming this for way longer than what I did last time. And because I got a new gift from Hyperkin, we might be streaming some GameCube games too. Thank you, Simply. I've been trying to work on that because my audio before on the last stream was really rough, and I wanted to make sure that this is sounding a lot better. Hey, Leila, thank you for coming through. What time are you off? What do I need to come get you? Well, Ray, I'm gonna have to go and get that game. It's that good. Good God, I need to come get it. Yo, Spaceman, I don't know. Like I'm between playing some Fire Emblem. I picked up another copy of Tales of Symphonia, so I might play that. So the item that Hyperkin sent me, it allows me to just directly connect my GameCube via HDMI. So I don't need to buy that $100 or $150, $200 adapter that uses both the digital and the analog inputs. It's straight one port, and that's it. And it works on the N64 as well as the Super Nintendo, so I'm gonna test it out with that. Plus, since I picked up some new gear, which I picked up a couple days ago, I got the Wavebird wireless. I got two of them. I got a Chrome one, and I got yeah. So here's the Chrome one. Oh, I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but yeah, I got the Chrome one, and I got that. All right, cool. You off at 10? I'll see you then. Yeah, man, I was shocked that they were cheap. They're like 25, 30 bucks each. Every time I look on Amazon, they're insanely expensive. So NX Revolution, I'm not sure if you're on the stream yet. I know you like the tweet I put out. So I've been talking to NX Revolution for a while, and like him and I go back and forth about different things about this Xeno series, how everything ties together. Like I last stream, I actually went into this super. I was going down the rabbit hole of how everything is connected and how Xenogears is the end of the Xeno series. Yo, Simon Stevens, what's up, man? Yeah, I mean, seriously, this too is a complete exposition dump. I like it. I know a lot of people don't like it, but for me, I didn't mind it too much. Yeah, it's true, Ray. We do. We definitely do have similar tastes when it comes to platformers. So, Gato Robo is going to get picked up. I'm going to have to pick it up and play it, and I'm going to give you a shout out for that because I'm always looking for something new to play that's cool. Well, I do feel some kind of way because I picked these up today so I could use this for my PlayStation Classic hack, and for whatever reason, 3.0. It doesn't want to register, so I think I'm gonna have to take it back and get a 2.0 and see if that works. Or actually, I think I might keep it because it's 21 bucks for 128 gigs. It's kind of a steal. Bullet Club for life. Yes, I am. I'm actually, I don't know if I announced it on here or the other outlets, but I'm actually going to be interviewing the Bullet Club. So Jay White, Tamatanga Tangaloa, I'm going to be interviewing them, and Tokes Fale. Simon Stevens, you have a wrench next to your name because you got that mod status, man. That's what that means. Did I watch the AEW? Yeah, I got to see it, man. I thought they did really good. They brought the heat. You know, that was the next best thing in wrestling. I'd say in comparison to the WWE's main rosters putting out, it was up there with the upper card of like NXT, like a takeover pay-per-view. And I think my personal opinion is once Vince is no longer running WWE and it's going to be Triple H, I think the product is going to significantly soar in quality. So there's that. Yeah, takeover was friggin' good. It's super good. Yeah, Simon Stevens, it's definitely that. You are a mod. The next revolution just subscribe. My goodness, my man. Thank you for that. So I assume NX you're watching now. You can stop lurking and we can start talking about how the Xeno series is just fantastic. Yeah, that main event was just insane. That's another reason why it took me so long to get to the stream. I was like, yo, I gotta finish watching it. But okay, if we talk about like wrestling, like Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks and them, do you think Simply Deep that Kenny Omega is really the greatest wrestler in the world right now, or would you say like someone else is? Hey, yes, it is. Man, you did not have to give me a sub like that, brother. That's... Man... You just got mod status. Thank you for that, man. I want to say you're the first subscriber I've actually had, NX. For Twitch, anyway. But yeah, so I'm jumping all over the place with topics. Like, what are we talking wrestling? Are we talking Xeno? Where are we going with? Which are we talking about, people? Which one y'all want to talk about? No, dude, I agree with you, Simply Deep. I don't think that Kenny is the greatest either. I mean, he's good. He's very good. He's just not the greatest. Yeah. I kind of think the greatest wrestler of this generation right now is AJ Styles, hands down. Let's see. Spaceman, Cloudy. Any fight stick mods? The only thing I'm modding right now is the Thumb Pro Arcade, which I'm getting a revision of this unit. With a, it's not gonna have a wood body. It's gonna have a, polycarbonate body. It's got an improved dog bone arm and improved casing, because this was the very first prototype of the Thumb Pro Arcade. Like, before anyone else touched it, I was the first person to ever get to use it. And so the beta is, or alpha, which one do I say? Is it beta or alpha? The one right before they're gonna release the official final build. That's the one that I'm gonna be sent to use, and I can't wait for that. Other than that, I'm thinking about modding my Panthera Evo, or this one right here. Let me pull it out. So I'm thinking about modding the Panthera Evo. I might switch out the buttons, and might add some Hayabusa buttons to it. I'm not too sure. Because that one right there, even though the buttons feel very much like Sama buttons, they're actually Razer mechanical switches, which are really good, but I'm so used to Hayabusa buttons or Sanwas, and preferably Sanwa buttons, that I want to go with that. So I might mod that out. I might do a video on it. I'm not too sure. Yeah, the pad is sick. It's based on the PlayStation 1 pad, which is super good. Let's see, what else? NX Revolution said, no problem, dude. Yeah. Yeah, dude, I thought your ass was a mod already. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that I hadn't modded you. You're a mod for the channel, man. Ray says Xenosaga wasn't bad, but I was expecting it to be more like Xenogears, and my boy gotta keep update. New gems dropping, especially Bloodstain. Dude, I'm so hyped for Bloodstain. And you know what I think? A conspiracy theory. Let me put my tinfoil hat on. I think that the real reason that Konami was rushing to push out a new whatchamacallit game, the Castlevania collection, is they're kind of really concerned that Bloodstain's gonna dethrone them, and I think they're just rushing because Konami has not come with anything relevant since 2015, so they need to come with it. And I think they're working on a new Castlevania. I think signs of that was with the Belmonts being in Smash Brothers with their updated designs. So I think we got something coming. I'll probably reach out to Konami and see what I can find out. And if I find out anything, I'll pull a Dreamcast guy and just tell you guys that my sources said. Oh man. And actually, so you're playing Splatoon with Avedon? Man, I haven't touched. I'm so trash at Splatoon. But the next time y'all throw in a Splatoon match, let me know and I'll hop in and play with y'all. Let's see what else we got. No, I agree. I hate what they're doing with AJ Styles, and I think the main reason they're doing it is Vince doesn't want to have a 40-something-year-old holding this title if his name is not Brock Lesnar. And the thing is, with AJ Styles, I think they should have just let him keep the belt and give him a CM Punk style run, and not take it off of him. And I don't think they need to push him out on a match every single week. The thing with WWE that I'm really sick of is it's just repetitive. You got the same people fighting every freaking night that they come out, same storylines, and the whole ultimate goal is just to push Roman Reigns and not push anyone else. And it's just annoying. I get tired of it, and it makes me not ever want to come back and watch it, with the exception of watching NXT Revolution. Well, not NXT Revolution. Yeah, I confused your name with NXT. Oh my god. Yes, people go watch NXT Revolution's channel. Amazing stuff. He's on Twitch. He's on YouTube. So sub to his channel. Follow him. Great stuff. NXT Revolution. Yes. Those they're some of the best wrestling shows out there, and it's just something when I see how they have such amazing talent. This is the most stacked wrestling talent that WWE has ever had in their company, and they don't know what the hell to do with all these people. And the only thing they can think of doing is pushing Roman Reigns. I'm sick of it. I'm just sick of seeing Roman Reigns always getting the title, always getting the push. It's just him all the damn time. It's just, I'm tired of it. He's not the guy. And they pushed him for 5 to 6 years. He's not the guy. Let somebody else run. Simply D, don't even worry about it, man. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for coming through on that. No, you're right. They are. They're making him the next John Cena. They're pushing him to the moon and back. It doesn't matter who they have. They got Ricochet. They got Aleister Black. They got Bobby Lashley, Robert Roode. I'm just gonna call him Robert Roode. It does not. I mean, in the tag team division, they've got stellar people for tag team, and they're just not doing anything. It's something, you know. I don't know what they're doing. It's to a point. I pay for WWE Network only for the pay-per-views. I don't even watch Raw and SmackDown anymore, just because I'm tired of everything centering around Roman. You've got a champion in Kofi Kingston who's a joke, or a champion Seth Rollins who is annoying as a champion. You got Becky Boring Lynch. I don't know. You just went Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. Yeah, Bloodstained Curse of the Moon is one of my favorite games, man. One of my favorite games. Spaceman, yeah, man, don't worry about it, man. Thank you for being part of the stream. You always come through and show love, and you know, you're on my Twitter too, and I appreciate what you do, man. So thank you. Don't thank me. Thank you. I'm thanking you. Boy, Bounty Hunters, what's up, man? Don't worry about it. You're not too late. Well and down. She got them big old tiggle bitties. She got tiggle bitties, is what Dan is trying to say. Nothing wrong with tiggle bitties. I like me some tiggle bitties, especially the ones you can motivate too. Anyway. WWE needs a team of writers who actually know what fighting is like. Yo, NX Revolution, don't even worry about it, man. Thank you. You're super supportive. I'm doing this Xeno series stream because of you, man. We're going to be alternating between this and Xenoblade Chronicles X, and then we're just going to go. Dude, I'm so nervous about going into Xenosaga trilogy. Man. Toy Bounty Hunters, yeah, dude, the whole... Yeah, she's definitely overrated. I mean, she's a very technically sound wrestler, but she's so overrated with everything that they do with her. With the whole, oh, I'm the man, that thing just, at one point I was like, okay, I dig it, you're saying you're the man, but then when they went overboard, they went full blown retard with it. I'm like, no, I'm not digging this no more. Gotta simply deep. Yeah, you can't let them get you in trouble, but I mean, you know, nothing wrong with a nice pair of tickle bitties in your face, you know, get to play around with them. And yeah, Yo, Toy Bounty Hunters, you're right, man. It did. It ran its course. It ran its course very quickly. When they had her as a heel and she was just doing her thing, I was for it, because she had that Stone Cold type of persona at one point, and then they just made her boring. She's out here saying, "Yeah, you weirdo, you weirdo." Like, come on, boring as hell. Like, who says that? Yo, Ray, enjoy that my status. Man, that was a time when WWE wasn't whack. It was WWE was good back in the day. Back when we had the WWF versus WCW, the Monday Night Wars. If you guys want more like the journey on that, go and watch the stream that Toy Bounty Hunters and I did. I was on his channel earlier today, and we went into it. We talked about the Monday Night Wars, how WWE has done really horrible with wrestling over the last 15, 20 years since the Attitude Era. And we talked about AEW and everything that's coming along. So I definitely highly recommend you guys go and check out Toy Bounty Hunter's channel. Hey man, if you want, go ahead and drop the link to your channel in the chat. It was one of the best streams and podcasts I've been on. So definitely go and check that out. Yeah, the attitude to Ruthless Aggression area was really, really good. I enjoyed that. You had a stacked set of the new generation coming in then, and it just fell off. Hey, simply deep. It happens. It happens. Toy Bounty Hunters, I am ready for the next women's champion. I think they're gonna give it to Lacey Evans. Personally, that's who I think is gonna get it. You know what's interesting about this situation here? It's always a situation where you've got three friends, and if it's two guys and one girl, she always gonna end up with one of them and be in love with the other. Case in point, this situation here. I've seen it happen a bunch of times. I've been in this situation before. It's something. Hey man, whatever happens, happens. Live in the moment. I don't live for the moment, I live in the moment. Whatever happens, happens. This game can easily get you between 40 and 80 hours, depending on what you're doing. The first disc alone is about maybe 45 to 50 hours. Disc 2 is significantly shorter, but you can probably beat Disc 2 in like 20, 30 hours. And that's if you don't do all the side stuff. Oh, excuse me. Um, it's short, but it's packed with content. It's just when you get to this too. Um, now she wanted to tell you, man, she love you. Now she just wanted to be like, play some Marvin Gaye and be like, when I get that feeling, I want sexual healing. No, I'm just kidding. I'm wilding, people. Shut up. Leave me alone. Yeah, it's when you get to this too, it's gonna be a lot of ex. Yo, Cloudy, I was wilding. But yeah, when you get to this too, it's gonna be a lot of exposition dump, and a lot of people hate it because of how great this one was. I don't mind this too, but a lot of people really hate it. So. I'm just me. You know, I've been through a lot of shit. I've done a lot of shit, and I've just gotten to a point now where, you know, I just do my thing. Like this moment right here, she over here like, yo, I'm trying to tell you, I love you. I love you. But I can't say I love you. That's what she's trying to tell me. I want to say this is one of the few games where the main character actually has sex with a girl that's one of the main characters. And it's not even hidden that they're having sex. Yeah, and it's true, man. It is. It's running around. A lot of people think short is bad, and it's not. A short game can be great. You know, and in the case of when this came out, this was considered long. Probably not as long as like a Final Fantasy game, but girl problems on the YouTube side. I know toy bounty hunters. They show the before, they show them making out, then they show him waking up with her just passed out because she went to Space Mountain. Anyways. Yes, Cloudy, she is playing hard to get. I know. Toxic male masculinity. Toy Bounty Hunters, I'm playing, man. Alright, so I need to go this way. Yo, you guys should have seen me last night, man. I was wild last night. I was drinking beer. And the funny thing is, I don't even drink. Well, okay, I'll drink probably once, twice a year. And I was saying a lot of stuff last night. I was wild. No, NX, I agree with you, man. It's I feel like Kingdom Hearts 3 is the shortest Kingdom Hearts game in the whole series. I don't even want to say trilogy because it's not a trilogy. It's 6, 7 games total. I heard the new upcoming DLC might be good, but I'm not too sure what all is coming with it. But Bounty Hunter, you're right, man. This game is. I love the combat system. Simply deep. You just finished, man. I don't start nothing I don't finish. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. Y'all done left me in the dust. What's going on over on Twitch? I'm trying to keep up with this chat message. You know, we try to go for the hidden stuff, and they're usually max out characters. NX, yeah, you'd actually love this. There's so much with doing all the extra side stuff because it adds more to the layer of depth of the story. It's super good. Ray said, love the battle music. It's called Stage of Death and Death Blows. Yo, when Satan gets his sword, it's fuegos. Yeah, it was. That was the one thing I really loved about how different it was. There's really, I don't really know of another game that was close to this as far as like combat or story. I think story-wise, I don't really think anything is touching it. The only game that's as dark as this from that time was actually what, Shin Megami Tensei. I think. Dude, good luck playing Chain of Memories. I'm not a fan of that. Yeah, simply that's basically how I am. Yeah, NX, that's the way you gotta do it, man. God damn it. You know, NX, the one thing about this that I love is once you get like the death blows, oh my god, the combat in this game just opens up. That's one way of putting it. Yo, Spaceman, tell me about Eternal Sonata. Like, I don't have it. I heard a lot of people say it was great, but I never got the chance to play it. I probably will go and pick it up, play it at some point. Simply Deep, I just walk past, man. I don't even think about it. Yeah, and it's just one thing like with this that I like that they did was they went back um, with the Xeno games. They actually went back to the more anime Evangelion style. With Xenoblade 2. Toy Bounty Hunters, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and occasionally Saturday. I'll be streaming again, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I try to do 6 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. Saturdays is kind of whenever I probably in the afternoon, like the time we did the podcast earlier is usually Saturdays. What I'm gonna try and stream around. But I'm gonna try and make my Saturday streams a lot longer than what they are. Simply Deep, you have a very active imagination, man. If you can think it, you probably know my response of what I'm gonna do. I just do what I do. Oh my god, Valkyrie profile, bruh. That game was so good. I did. I did. I heard about Toy Bounty Hunters. I heard it was phenomenal. Adam Cole, baby! Alright, man. I'll catch you when you come back around. Dude, I know I'm nervous. I fly out next week Monday. Super nervous about that. Uh, do I think they would? I think what Capcom is doing is they've been doing a lot of. They're testing the waters to see if a lot of things are actually going to stick if they were to pursue it. I think they would like to do a new. They've wanted to do a new Darkstalkers for a while. Um, if you remember, they released the Chronicles Tower on the PSP, on the PlayStation 2, the Xbox 360, and it just never took off. Like every time they tried to do something with Darkstalkers as a series, there's just never been interest. I think there's a lot of interest now, but back then they couldn't. Same thing with Bionic Commando. They want to do a new Bionic Commando because the reboot ended on a cliffhanger, which the reboot was not a terrible game. I love it. It's one of my favorite games, but people at the time they just bashed it to high hell. So it's unfortunate, but I do think we might see a new Darkstalkers. I think we might see a new Red Earth since there's more Red Earth stuff too that's been popping up in Street Fighter 5. So I would not at all doubt it. Yo, gaming culture, thank you for coming through on the stream, man. How's it going? How you living, my guy? Oh, which one, Red Earth or Darkstalkers? Yeah, NX. It's not even that far away. It's oh god, like it's just hitting me how close it is. My first E3, I don't even know what to expect when I go. Oh, yeah. My favorite character in Darkstalkers is Dimitri, and his second is Bonnet. What you up to now, man? I haven't. I think the last time I saw you was what, the Tekken World Tour tournament. Anyways, how's it going, bro? No, was it? No, it's a Mortal Kombat one. I didn't get to go. I showed up for a hot second for that, but I didn't get to stay because I had to work. Yeah, like Thursdays are my server days, so I always have to do something server related for that. NX, yeah, I think it is going to be a big one. I think this is going to be a pretty monumental um, E3. I think we might get some type of surprise from Sony, regardless of whatever they say. Same thing with EA. Something big is going to go down. You say yours is Felicia's, Cloudy? Yo, Felicia is sexy as hell. Hey, gaming culture, are you Twitch partner or are you Twitch affiliate? I'd like to make partner at some point, but I don't think I have the viewership to make partner on Twitch. Getting to affiliate was hard too. Yeah, man, I know you and I have kind of like the same schedule where for us trying to do things on like weekdays is very, very difficult. Thursdays is, I want to go, and I don't want the impression to be that, hey, I don't want to be there. I do want to be there. This is very hard. It's very hard on Thursdays because I always have to do, plus, I always have to do server work. It's freaking draining. Constantly having to do that all the goddamn time. Let's see. How do I get to Facebook level up? That's why I stream on Facebook, but typically on Facebook live streaming, I only get like 2 to 3 people tops watching, but I don't know what the requirements are to even hit that. Yeah, NX. Anytime I go on Twitch, my primary outlets are Twitch and Facebook gaming. Um, so I figured I could just try and stream out to as many platforms. I tried Mixer. Mixer just doesn't work for me. I get no traction on Mixer whatsoever, and I think for Mixer, this mostly if you're playing shooters or whatever is popular more so than Twitch. So I do Facebook and Twitch. Occasionally I'll do YouTube like I'm doing now, but other than that, I just keep it. I keep it simple. The thing about Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter, Cloudy, is Ed Boon wants it to happen. It's just Capcom doesn't want to see their characters decapitated or anything like that. But I'm like, you could do the same thing that they did with Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe and just cut out the fatalities and just have brutalities. I mean, Street Fighter's crossed over with everything from SNK to the Versafire characters to Tekken. I mean, the only thing they need left is to just cross over with Mortal Kombat and just make it happen. I want to see Sub-Zero and Scorpion versus Ryu and Ken officially. Yeah, they did the DC versus MK just because of Marvel versus Capcom, which it was cool. Oh yeah, NX Revolution. It's basically facebook.com/Mikhail Kasanova. And then you'll be able to see like all I put up. Primarily, a lot of things that I put up on YouTube, like video wise, and posts like Instagram posts are on there. And then like I got my streams and I organize all my videos, so it's all there. Well, gaming culture, I don't know which groups to follow. Like, I'm in the Facebook streamers group, but I'm not sure about anything beyond that. Like, I I would love to. Oh yeah, NX, you can follow me on my personal page too. It's just Mikhail James instead of Mikhail Casanova. But yeah, gaming culture. I don't know. I don't know a lot of the Facebook groups, to be honest. Yeah, this is such tease with this part right here. I think a DC versus Marvel game would be really good if they used, they could either use the Marvel vs. Capcom engine or they could use the Injustice engine. I think either way, it would work really well. And if anything, I would say have NetherRealm Studios make it because graphically and story-wise, I think NetherRealm Studios cannot be touched right now. Yeah, I would love to see Iron Man versus Batman. Superman versus Captain America would be dope. Dark Side versus Thanos. In this condition as a summon man. My word. Now, for anyone watching, um, I'm a big believer in all the Xeno games are connected. I know I started talking about this at some point in the beginning. Um, but yeah, I feel like all of them are connected with Xenogears being the last chapter. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, what about Xenogears Perfect Works or Xenosaga Perfect Guide? And I'm like, I get it. Even Xenoblade Chronicles The Secret File. But I strongly. Oh, man, thank you. Thank you, Gaming Culture. Hey, Kike, don't you think that Satan's equivalent in Xenoblade is actually Dunban? But yeah, I definitely feel that they're all connected. Um, and I know a lot of people want to try and keep it to them being connected based off of certain things like trying to say, hey, it can't be connected because of Perfect Works. It can't be connected because of Perfect Guide or Secret File. I say they're all connected because as the story, the way Takahashi has been writing the story, I feel like it's changed in a sense, or evolved rather, not changed. And he's doing his best to try and keep it entertaining, to keep it connected, because I don't feel like he's ever enjoyed the fact that he's had to just abandon the work and start over, three times. And so I feel like with the start of it, because they all have the same origin point, which is the Zohar, if you're going by Xenogears or Xenosaga, or the Conduit, if you're going by Xenoblade. There, the item was found in Africa in the 21st century in 2001 is when it was found. And so you're going from that point, which that part, if you look into the backstory of Xenoblade Chronicles X, um, as well as Xenogears, Xenoblade, Xenosaga, that's where it's all found. Um, I'm also the mindset when people try to say that was it Xenoblade Chronicles X and Xenoblade 1 and 2 are not connected. I think they all are. And a lot of people try to debate me on that, saying, oh, it's not true. They can't be connected. I'm like, why? Why can they not be connected? They're like, oh, because, I mean, isn't really a spoiler, but beginning of Xenoblade Chronicles X, Earth is destroyed between the war with the Ganglion and the other alien group. What do you think? And in Xenoblade Chronicles 1, which is expanded upon within Xenoblade Chronicles 2, the Earth is destroyed through Klaus's use of the conduit. And I further go with the fact that you could say that the events of Xenoblade Chronicles X are happening at the same time, and it's showing you a different perspective of what's happening at the end of Xenoblade Chronicles 1 with Klaus. And a lot of people say it can't be, but I was like, think about it this way. Xenoblade Chronicles, when you beat the game, you didn't know much about what was going on in the world. Like when you saw the part with Klaus, you just saw him as some type of insane, you know, scientist that wanted to conduct an experiment to become God. You didn't know the further background of what he was actually doing or why. And then you think he destroyed the Earth, but then you play Chronicles 2 and you find a different perspective on the same event. And you get to see why he did what he did. And so I think when you take into account of how Xenoblade Chronicles 2 expanded on Xenoblade Chronicles 1 ending, you could also say that, well, Xenoblade Chronicles X, their story of that beginning of how the Earth was destroyed was another angle on what happened with Klaus. Because we don't know if the Saviorites are a human group or not. We don't know what that is. And the way that Tetsuya Takahashi writes his stories, he writes them in a way to keep everyone in suspense to trying to figure out what's going on, what happened, why is this, why is that. And you never know. And that's good, leaving the mystery is just good storytelling. So you could say, and that's the theory I'm going with, is that Xenoblade Chronicles 1, 2, and X are all the same origin. And we also have Xenogears, like the, what's it called? Oh my goodness, people, if you can remind me right now, what is the name of the ship at the beginning of this game? Man, I can't think of it. If somebody can think of the name, please drop it in the chat, because I'm forgetting the name of it. With the first one, or X, or 2? Cloudy. Shout out to everyone on the Facebook gaming page. Thank you guys for coming through the stream. I hope you guys are having a good time. This is one of my favorite games of all time. I just wanted to do a summer of Xeno. So I'm going to be playing through all of the Xeno games, from Gears to the Saga Trilogy to Blade Trilogy. Yes, it's trilogy because I'm counting all three as trilogy. Blade series. Okay. Name of the ship. The Eldritch. So I look at the Eldritch as a... Let's see, how do I want to put it? So the White Whale, which is in Xenoblade Chronicles X, is one ship that left the Earth. But I'm going to go with it. Let's say that's one ship that left the Earth. We don't know if it's the only ship. I'm going to say that the... whatchamacallit? The Eldritch also left the Earth. And, those events happen. So Xenogears is beginning and Xenoblade Chronicles X is beginning are happening at the same time. This is just my theory. You don't have to agree with it, but that's what I'm going with. They're happening at the same time. Then you have the events that lead into both, where Deus crashes, the Eldritch, and he becomes sentient and self-aware. one event on one side of the galaxy. You have what happened with the white whale, where they land on Mira. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, yeah, but there weren't any aliens in Gears or Saga, yada, 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 or even Blade. I'm like, well, Saga had the Gnosis, but I mean, the Gnosis weren't really aliens. They were something else. I don't want to dive too deep. Yeah, gaming culture, it does. It gets super sad at this point, man. No, NX, don't even worry about it. It's fine, man. So, I believe the events of Xenoblade Chronicles X happen, and towards the end of the game, you find out about Elma and how she went to Earth to prep humanity for whatever was coming. You could say that she actually helped them. I'm going to my theory, that she helped them, create the gears or the scales or whatever you want to call them. In after the Zohar was found, or the conduit, and that's his story. And then at the end of Blade Chronicles, Xenoblade Chronicles X, you find out that they're thinking maybe the Earth was not destroyed, because 2 games have given you the impression the Earth was destroyed. Actually, all of the Xeno games give the impression that the Earth is destroyed, when in reality it's not. In Xenogears and Xenosaga, the Earth is called Lost Jerusalem because they don't know where it is. It's not on any star chart that they have. And the other reason I would say that there are probably no aliens in Xenogears and Xenosaga is because they're so far out in another area of the galaxy that probably the ganglion and whatever else are not even there. But that's a theory that I have. And so you have that happening, and then you skip forward to, Xenosaga, where they're in space, and it's thousands of years forward in the future, and they find, the, yo, thank you, Gaming Culture. Thank you for coming here on the Twitch, and let me hit you with that mod status, my guy. You, sir. I appreciate the bits, brother. All right, Cloudy, thank you for coming through, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. Gaming Culture, thank you for the bits. I don't think I've ever gotten bits before. That's the first. Thank you. Thank you. I'm having a lot of firsts on the stream. So, I think from there, the whole events of the Xenosaga happen. They end up finding the Zohar just floating in space. And then that's where there's the difficulty. Oh yeah, Gaming Culture. I'm using XSplit to be able to do that. To do actually L3 rather. The tricky part with trying to figure out how the Zohar is in so many different places, because if you look at Xenoblade Chronicles X or Xenoblade Chronicles, the Zohar is with Klaus and the Artifice, whereas in Saga it's floating in space and they find it and they use it, and in Gears, Deus has it. Now, a rough theory is that it could be multiple Zohar modifiers. You know, got people. You know, they've got more than one. I think the conduit is one of them. And after it's run its place, it ended up disappearing at the end of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And then you've got the true Zohar being used in Saga, up until the end where it disappears. And yeah, you've got it reappearing Gears. Bilto. Or I just have this other theory. Another way, if you want to tie them all together, you could say that Xenoblade Chronicles 2's ending, which is running concurrent with Saga, running concurrent with Xenoblade Chronicles 1, you could say that the end where the conduit disappears and you see the one floating, the Zohar floating in space in Saga, you could say the end of Blade is the beginning of the Saga. That's one way to look at it. I kind of want to stay strictly to thinking that the Zohar, the end of Saga 3 and Blades 1 and 2 happening are all happening at the same time. But, I could be wrong. Anyway, that's my theory. It's rough. I need to work on it more. What do you guys think? Come on, let's get some conversation going. I know it's pretty late for a lot of you guys, but what are your thoughts? Well, the thing about Blade X is it was they were drifting in space for 2 years before they crashed. So there's that. Um, and this does take. I would say this takes place in the same series as Blade 2, same universe, because this and this is there's a lot of similarities between this and X, where the Eldritch crashed on Earth. It crashed on a planet that's similar to Earth, and it Deus terraformed the planet. But they were going to go to Deus was going to go back to Earth. That was his plan. Zobe 70. Yeah, I have a theory. My theory I was running was all the Xenogears are connected. And the way that they are connected is through the way it happens. With Xenogears being the end of the series, end of the timeline. And the reason I say it's the same universe, if you look at Perfect Works details everything from when the Zohar was first found in Africa all the way up until where it is now with Xenogears. When you play through them in X, you'll be able to see, like, especially with Xenosaga 3, heavily suggesting that this and Gears are the same, because Faye and Ellie actually show up in Saga, albeit a little bit differently. Zobe 70, man, what's up? How's it going? Thank you for coming through on the stream. And yes, this is honestly one of my favorite games of all time. But yeah, there's no way that this and Blade X can actually be happening at the same time. This is well over 10,000 years after the Zohar was found. So it can't happen in the same time frame. Yeah, Blade X is 2 years after the destruction of Earth. That's 2055, 2056. Oh, no, they're not. They're not the same people. They're trust me, they're not. In X, they're Mimiozones. Or are you saying like they're the same people in the sense of on the White Whale, or are you saying like people leaving the Earth during the events of X? If you're thinking leaving the events of during X, I agree with you. I just think the Eldritch was going in a different direction than the White Whale. Man, don't worry about the tiredness, man. I'm all for the fact that you're geeking out about this with me. That's the cool part. Oh, yes. Yes. No, that's part of my theory. I think that's something that happens. Um, no, with Xenoblade Chronicles X, they crashed it on Mira. Um, so that one's that, and with this, um, they crash landed on a planet with no name that's far out in the galaxy, and it was due to the captain. At the beginning of the game, you see the cutscene where he activates the self destruction method because Deus became sentient, and Deus wanted to go back to Earth, and Deus was capable of destroying whole planets. So I think Deus is one of the experiments that was created on Earth, along with Logos, uh, Ontos, and Numa, or oh God, I can't think of their names. Malos, Mithra, and someone in Blade One. Yo, what's up, Antonio Barbosa? What's up? Because in the case of Gears, Deus crashed when the Deus and the Eldritch crashed on the planet. Um, Deus terraformed the planet, and it took 10,000 years to get to where we are now in Xenogears. And there was only one survivor of that crash, and that person is Faye. He's the survivor. No, I appreciate you coming through, Antonio. Any new games you're playing? Yeah, Zobe, the Xeno series is so deep. It's when you sit and you connect everything, you look at the underlying themes. It's such a deep rabbit hole. I hope whatever the new game is, they bring Surya Saga back, um, to be more involved in what she was in Blade Two because she is quite possibly one of the greatest writers of all time, along with her husband Takahashi. I think the problem with her that a lot of people don't like, and what got her in trouble with Gears and with Saga, is her anti-religion uh, methods, especially with all the shots they're taking at the Catholic Church in this game. Yeah, Antonio, it's actually yeah, this is PlayStation One. Yo, Christian Fedra, what's up, man? Um, well, and further along in the end of Blade Two, you see a lot more mechs, and I think personally, I do think it can go. It's gonna go, more full circle. I do. I think he wants to capitalize on it. I think the next game, personally, I think the next one should be Chronicles X2 with a port of Chronicles X. And they should also port Chronicles 1. And it, I think it would be vital to happen, truthfully speaking. Because X2 or Chronicles X2 could actually expand more on what happened. And they could also use it as more of a bridge because, Blade 2 bridged everything. I also have a theory that the end of Blade 1, when Shulk rebuilt the world, since he's a new god, I think he actually brought them back to planet Earth, the same planet or Alres that Rex is on. I think their ending, they're on the same planet. What do you play Final Fantasy 15 on, Antonio? Oh, cool. Yeah, I need to get back on it because I haven't been playing. Yeah, they could just re-release Chronicles One. I mean, if they wanted to do a remaster and put it in the art style of Blade Two, I guess. Personally, I prefer the art style of Blade One, far superior to Two, in my opinion. They went more with that anime style, which I don't mind it. It's just the art style really was unique and not generic with Blade One. Even Blade Two's art style was really good. And yeah, if they made Blade, Xenoblade Chronicles X, I do think that they need to, if it's going to be portable, it needs to be 720 to 60 frames per second. They need to upgrade the docked version from 720 to 1080 at 60, and make some quality of life changes. They need to improve the text size. They could add more to the story. Personally, um, Zobe, I don't think they're actually. They keep. I mean, they did re-register the trademark for Xenosaga, I believe, but I don't know if they're actually going to remaster it. Um, it's kind of crazy. In the course of a few weeks, the course of a week, if you wanted to get the Xenosaga trilogy, you're paying over $250 a game on Amazon, and then they drop the price to like $50 a game. So that's kind of crazy. Yeah, NX, I love the gameplay. And it's kind of funny. A lot of people who play Xenoblade can't play Xeno. They can't play Final Fantasy 12, which Final Fantasy 12 is where the gameplay style of Blade came from. Like if you go and play that, you're gonna be like, "Oh, damn, this is almost exactly the same playstyle." I mean, if anything, I think Namco might just let they might just let Nintendo do their thing with Monolith Studios. Oh snap! Is that a MacBook that you got? Antonio? Yeah, I saw it. That's the one before the touchscreen. Uh, I'm thinking about getting a new. I know I need to update and get a new computer. My Surface Book is good for work stuff. It is not good for trying to edit videos. It's not good for trying to game. And I've got the spec'd out Surface Book Pro. it's not. This is not cutting it. Mm, yeah, I would like if they. I honestly think that Square should just allow Monolith Soft to utilize Xenogears because the only thing that they've done with Xenogears is now is part of the Evictivus or whatever it is, Final Fantasy mobile game. And I'm like, what the hell are you guys at Square doing? Just give the rights of that franchise over to Nintendo to do what they're gonna do with it. I mean, they helped out Square and Bandai Namco helped out with Blade 2, so come on now. I mean, it's not the first time Square just got rid of an IP. I mean, hell, they got rid of what do you call it? They got rid of Hitman quickly. Damn, it's 8 o'clock for real. Whoa. Yeah, Square can be just flat. They go full retard. They do. You know, they've got such great IPs. You know, they go full blown retard. I mean, they've got Front Mission, which what they did with. Oh yeah, it's I'm in Hawaii, so it's 8:13 p.m. here in Hawaii. Oh, Zobe, I'm from Hawaii. I'm in Hawaii right now. I'm in Honolulu. Yeah, Antonio. Lucas would be like, "Bro, he would say that. You know that what was that game. They made that Hideo Kojima style wannabe Metal Gear ripoff. Um, I can't even think of the name of it. It's got the art style and everything from Metal Gear, and it's part of the Front Mission series. And people apparently say it's just complete trash. No, it crashed on me. Oh man. Oh my goodness. It crashed. Yo, that's mad embarrassing. Ah, try it again. That not gonna lie, I'm a little sad. That hit me in the soul a little bit. Man, I gotta go through all that again. Okay, so as far as my thoughts on yeah, Inex, I had to hack it just because I have a physical copy of the game, and for whatever reason, I couldn't get my PlayStation 2 to play it, and I couldn't get my PlayStation 3 to work, even with all the loops and hoopla you got to run through to get that to work. I couldn't get it to work. So the only thing I could do is, like the last stream, I emulated it on PC, and as you guys can tell, I couldn't control the volume. So, can I skip all this? Yeah, I'm just gonna skip through all the cutscenes and try and get to the end. Save as soon as I get outside. Yeah, so I couldn't get it to work, and so I ended up just hacking or attempting to hack it last night to add it on, and it didn't want to go. And then that's when I today went to go get the cards, the USB sticks, to put it on there and attempt to hack. But But yeah, it is. It's one of the things. I don't have a hang up about emulation. I think honestly, this is the best way to preserve a lot of games because there are a lot of games that are just lost to history. You would never know about, and never get to play just because of companies and their practices and licensing issues. So, but yeah, so it's sad. I got through all this, and I'm just gonna like be mashing this button right now. I keep forgetting I can do save states if I just do that. Like the triangle. Zobe, thank you for the follow on here, man. I really appreciate that. Where are you from? Tell us about you. And Antonio, as far as Death Stranding, I watched it twice, and I'm like, it's a Kojima game. Like, I hate that I'm putting it in such a derogatory way, but when it comes to like Kojima games, I'm just in the mindset of the guy just kind of makes. Yeah, they might think I'm They might think I'm a speedrunner. Yeah, I mean that's just literally all I could think of. I'm like, yo, it's a Kojima game. Like I do think it's interesting he's touched on the political stuff about America being divided and then playing up the Trump stuff, but I'm like, wait, this game kind of started before Trump became president. I don't know. It's just one of the things. I saw it and I'm like, yeah, okay, it's Kojima. He's gonna have some type of weird twist. Gameplay wise, it actually did not look that impressive to me, but I pre-ordered the collector's edition. I'll play it. I might review it. If I'm lucky, I might get a review code, which I highly doubt. Only game I know I'm definitely getting a review code for is Last of Us 2. You say you're from New Jersey? What part of New Jersey you from, man? How'd you find the channel? Like, how'd you come across the Kasanova stream? But I do feel when it comes to Kojima games, I feel like there are two types of people that are having reactions to it. You got the people that are reacting in the sense of if this was any other publisher, they wouldn't give a damn about the game, but because it's Kojima's tied behind it, they're going to have their perspective. Oh, this is the greatest game ever. It's a Kojima game. But I am happy that Kojima doesn't have the shackles that he had with Konami, and a lot of people are like, oh, I wish he was still doing Metal Gear. Kojima's been trying to kill Metal Gear since Metal Gear Solid 1, technically. And he tried to get off with 2. He wanted to end it on a cliffhanger with the Patriots. The Lilo, or however you say it. And he tried to kill it off with Snake Eater. And he tried to kill it off with Portable Ops. Tried to kill it off with Metal Gear Solid 4, which they should have just stopped at 4 because 5. I enjoyed 5, but from a narrative perspective, he really didn't add anything more other than saying, "Oh, the big boss, all the atrocities committed, he didn't really do." Yeah, Kojima is he's an interesting guy. He does make good games. Yo, you say he typed in Xenogears and you saw the stream because you should become his god. Yeah. Man, you're getting mod status for that. you getting a friend request, and you getting mod status. Welcome to the Kasanova stream. Yeah, I mean, Antonio, that's just the way I look at it, man. Wait. People actually theorize that NX? Really? Bruh, I didn't even know. I really have not been keeping that close of a tab on Death Stranding. Hey, yo, Zoe, don't even worry about it, man. Thank you for coming through on the stream. I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone who comes through the channel. I'm just a guy in Hawaii that likes to just play video games, and I don't like to play everything that's current. And Xenogears is one of my favorite of all time, with Xenosaga 3 being my second favorite, and then Xenoblade Chronicles 1 being my top. So, yo, Inax, when you see that kind of stuff, man, you need to be sharing it, brother. Like, stop being so damn selfish. It actually would be. It would be interesting if they're doing that. Yo, thank you, man. Thank you for that. I don't typically stream like this to Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. I usually just do Facebook and Twitch. But today I just felt like doing it for YouTube as well, just because I don't typically I don't upload as consistently as I should on YouTube. Like, I usually do once a week, maybe twice a week. I made another video I just didn't upload to YouTube. I was going over all the different research stuff that I got sent, and why I think is if you're a beginner streamer, it's something you should definitely hop on. So, Antonio, what are some games that you're super looking forward to right now? I don't know, Antonio, are you on my Twitch channel as well, or are you just on the Facebook? Oh, no, I mean, like, are you following me on Twitch as well, or just on YouTube? What are your thoughts on all the people upset about Super Mario Maker 2, with the lack of being able to play with your friends? Or do you think that's a swerve? What are some games that everyone, if you're watching, like, what are some games you're looking forward to picking up? I can't argue with you there about Nintendo. They do. They definitely take, and you know, and that's always been their thing, They always do that. They'll make a good decision and then turn around and make incredibly stupid. Antonio Barbosa, you getting you're a mod now. Wait, so Yokai Watch 4. You know what's funny is I'm actually friends with one of the voice actors for the main character of Yokai Watch. Uh, Damn, I forgot his name. Oh, if you're watching this, don't get mad at me, bro. Animal Crossing, I am looking forward to that. Um, whatchamacallit, Doraemon Story of Seasons. Tell me more about that. I'm actually curious about that. Yeah, he's the voice of Nate. Griffin Burns. My friend Griffin Burns. He's also the main character in Shining Resonance Refrain. Joby, you'll find out I'm friends with a lot of voice actors. It's funny because I haven't really met any of them except for Ruben Langdon, the voice of Dante and Ken. He's a really good friend of mine now. It's crazy. Astro Chain looks like it could be a Xeno game with how nice it looks. You know, Faye as a character is one of the greatest characters of all time. Like, if you love psychology and Sigmund Freud and understanding about the id, the ego, and superego, the three branches of the human psyche, man. Yeah. The only thing Microsoft has to look out for, as far as like other stuff from like Sony and Nintendo. I mean, when it comes to Sony, the only thing they need to look out for is Last of Us 2 and Death Stranding. Other than that, um, Sony really has. They don't have anything else. Those are the last two major games dropping for PS4. As far as Microsoft winning this year, yeah, I mean, they don't really have anything game wise. Like, I'm not one of those people that hates the Xbox One. I actually enjoy it, but the only reason I go to my PlayStation 4 more than my Xbox One is JRPGs and fighting games. If Xbox was doing what they did with the 360 era, I would be on it more. They're just not, and it's unfortunate to see that they dropped the ball, and their whole model, their business model, is games as a service. And if you look at it, Microsoft is doing, and it's really, I mean, we can dive deep into why Microsoft is doing what they're doing. it really has to do with Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft. He is the reason why the Windows Phone was killed off. The fitness mobile part from Microsoft was killed off. He's why Microsoft Office has become um, productivity as a service. Just because he doesn't care about having hardware and exclusivity. He just wants to whore Microsoft products out to everything. And as you can see, with direction that Microsoft is going, you're seeing how they're not really trying to go for exclusivity. God, I can't speak. They're trying to go with more of whatever they can just put their stuff out. I mean, if you think about it, if they use Microsoft, I mean, they do with Xbox the same thing that they do with Office, and they're just going to put it on everything. I mean, that's why you're seeing got an Xbox game on Switch with Cuphead. I mean, you have a Sony game too. A lot of people don't know the Tiny Metal is actually a Sony game made by Sony. Yeah, they have. You're right about that. And so, yeah, Faye and it are amazing. The dynamic between the two characters and the coward part of Faye, how that all comes to a full head is just, oh my goodness. So, in the event that this tries and crash, I'm going to save as soon as I get the opportunity outside of the village. I do think that there's an interesting argument that people are making with the Nintendo Switch. And as much as I like the Nintendo Switch, one of the things that I hate the absolute most with it is the hypocrisy of people that are only getting and playing the Switch just because it's the popular thing. I mean, I don't understand portability is a factor. That's cool. But you've got people that pick it up and they're only talking about it, or you got all these Switch only channels. And it makes me wonder what's going to happen to these channels once the Switch is no longer popular. What's going to happen when the Switch isn't able to keep up? I mean, it struggles to run games parallel, you know, with all the downgrades. Yeah, NX, I know you're not, but there's all these people that just dropped, you know, came out with the whole their channels are based around the Switch. What happens when Nintendo switches away from the Switch? There's one. It just makes me wonder what they're going to do. Um, and as great as the Switch is, once we get these new consoles and we get a true next gen experience, I wonder what they're going to be able to do. Like, can the Switch keep up? You got people now that are okay with a game running at a lower resolution and a lower frame rate just for the sake of portability, which when the PS4 and the Xbox One first came out and the Wii U was going up until 2016, you had people that just destroyed the Wii U because it didn't look graphically like the Xbox One PS4 with games. It looked like just a high end. I mean, it was more powerful than PS3 and the Xbox 360, but it was just something to see how people have they have their hypocrisy. So it's like, okay, you're okay with a downgraded game. How long are you going to continue to be okay with a downgraded game? Um, when we get to a point where games are going to be looking better than Death Stranding or The Last of Us 2. So this is why I do think that they're going to have the Switch, maybe more powerful. Um, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, Antonio, you're right. That is exactly why it's very risky to have a channel that's just based on one temporary or particular console. And it limits you. Um, it's like you have people call themselves, what was it, Switch Force and Switch Watch and all this Switch this, Switch that. Everyone jumped on the bandwagon, and you got the other channels I find very very interesting are the Nintendo only channels where they just praise anything Nintendo does, and that is not Nintendo, and it's like, okay, you guys may have made more sense in the Super Nintendo Sega Genesis War. Don't really make a lot of sense now. It's parody era. Switch Pro is going to come. I think they're going to make a more powerful version. They have to. Console's modular. It could even just be an add-on. Zoe, so you love your Switch. What games do you play for your Switch currently? And yeah, man, same here. I still play my 3DS. I love that thing. And actually, you know what's funny is I actually thought about buying a Oculus Rift today when I was in Best Buy, but I I don't know. It's just something about VR just does not have me wanting to wanting to get it. I don't know. I've had a VR. I had the HTC Vive. I didn't particularly care for it, truthfully speaking. So I don't know. I'm just not. I don't know. Maybe VR just isn't my cup of tea. I didn't like the setup process either. Yeah, Antonio, you're right. Switch Force, they weren't around in the Wii U era. They are opportunists. And I'll be honest, like with the Switch, with the games that came out, aside from Breath of the Wild, and then a couple of weeks later, you had Mario Kart and Snipper Clips and stuff like that. You really did not have a lot of games to play, and it's something how the most basic indie games were getting heavily praised by people. I'm like, okay, can we get more than what we got? I was just off put by a lot of it. But year one of the Switch was glorious. I got to give it that. Nintendo came with it. They came. And then actually, right, console wars are stupid because these people with these quote unquote loyalties to companies, these companies don't give a damn about that. They just want your money. The only thing they see is green. And if people need more evidence to that, look at how these companies are working together: Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft. Yeah, I think they're going to just stick with the hybrid console concept. It's something that they can afford to do. Their games are not anywhere near as taxing, and they're a hell of a lot more original than what a lot of these other consoles are. So I do definitely see them sticking to the format that they're using, and I don't knock them for that. I think it's good. Like a better holiday lineup. Uh, I do think they'll have a better holiday lineup. Don't crash. Okay, we're safe. Now I can play it as normal. Let's go. No. You're right. I should do the. Should I do the? Thank you, it extra reminded me to do that. Hey man, I appreciate it. I definitely do. Hey, something I want to ask you guys, if it's something you would be interested in. Would you guys be interested in being in, like, if I were to do, like, you know, with my live streams, I'd have, like, a dedicated Discord server, and you guys can just hop in the chat, and we could actually just all talk as we're streaming and have a conversation going, versus you guys having to, like, type. I mean, it's up to you guys. This is something I've been thinking about. If you'd be interested in doing that, because I'm fine with doing it. You know, I'm not the type where you gotta make some type of monetary investment to be in my Discord or anything like that, man. I think that's absolute fuckery that I don't deal with. So, if you guys would like that, Antonio, you say you would like it, I'm down for it. Yeah, you know, I'm all for it because I feel like this is a better way to grow a community and to keep people connected. You know, I wouldn't mind doing something like that. Yeah, Zobe, it's only if you want to, man. Yeah, that's the biggest thing is the time differences. Yeah, I do. You want me to sing you the link? Pull up Discord. That is a link to my Discord. But yeah, the biggest obstacle is definitely going to be overcoming the time zone, because I know everyone's in a different time zone, and typically when I go live, for a lot of people it's either very, very late or very, very early. And you know, I do my best with that. I can't say it's gonna improve until, like, I quit my daytime job. But yeah, I figured it would be fun to do something like that. And I'm thinking about picking up the new Call of Duty 5. Well, not Call of Duty 5, but the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I don't typically play shooters, but I know Lucas is probably going to pick it up. And so I'm thinking about picking it up and it'd be something that Lucas and I would play together. And it'd be fun to stream me and Lucas on that game. Rebecca, what is up? How's it going? Welcome to the Casanova stream. Is this your first time here?
Anahos! Katinayu tat badaintuna akva. Valna rantak. Rana kalti. Throw down your weapon. Make one wrong move and I'll shoot.
Also, another thing I kind of want to ask you guys. I kind of keep. I'm trying to figure out what language was that she's speaking in. I don't think it was completely just made up, but it's. I can't pinpoint where that's from. But another question I want to. It does sound like either Arabic. Yeah, it does sound Arabic or Jewish. Could be. Um, I want to ask you guys: would you, when it comes to streaming, when it comes to the YouTube channel, do you guys want me to just stream across all three platforms: Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, or do you want me to keep Twitch and Facebook for streams and YouTube just for like podcasts and and product reviews? I kind of want to get a gauge from the audience of what you guys see on the channel going forward. I'm always open to making changes. No, take your time, man. There's no rush. I definitely, one of my goals for the YouTube channel is I would like to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I know that's a very daunting goal, but I really believe in shooting high and seeing how far you can get. Um, I'm at 11,000 subscribers now, and I figured, and I got there in what, 2 months. So I'm always open to pushing to see how much further I can get. So yeah, it's what do you guys think? Well, you remember how, right? How they Zobe, how he knows her name. Oh, you didn't know. No, Antonio, you're right. Um, Main reason I've been trying to separate it is just because I looked at the trends of how when I do regular content podcasts or reviews, I get a lot of views for that. But when it comes to streaming, I don't get a lot of views for that on YouTube, but I do get a decent amount on Twitter. I mean Twitch. So that's the thing. Like I can put up a podcast or a review video and I can get several thousand views. I do a stream and I barely crack 30 views. So it's like, okay, I take it as people aren't interested in my streams on YouTube, but I could be wrong. I'm just not certain, you know. I do agree with what you said about everything being on, one platform. I definitely agree with that, and that was something I wanted to do for the longest. It just seemed like people did not have the interest of streams being on YouTube unless it's like a podcast stream. But if you guys would like it just fully available, like these streams on YouTube, I can bring it back to YouTube. I just pulled away from it because it just seemed like people didn't have an interest in it. Zobe, since you're here, like, are you more on Twitch or YouTube? Like, where would you prefer, as a viewer, like, would you prefer uh, streams on Twitch and YouTube or just Twitch? Yeah, I don't understand how that whole works either. Say like Twitch streams, but I should do both. I can. It's just a press of a button. I just I wasn't sure people would be interested. Rather, I mean, it just seems like people look towards my Twitch streams more than they do on YouTube. So that's kind of why that's why I've just kind of stuck to Twitch. But I can go back to the other. I already knew her name. Foreshadowing. One of the other reasons I've gone with like two different platforms too is one of the streamers, or two of the streamers that I actually follow. Harris Hiller of Alpha Gaming and Ashley Price. They both have a formula where
Wait! Hey! Don't leave me here! Wait!
You must be lonely here by yourself. Faye. Faye. Faye.
yeah, so Alpha Gaming and Ashley Price. Some of their advice has been like, you know, you build an audience on YouTube alongside building an audience on Twitch, but when you do your YouTube, you direct the traffic to Twitch and vice versa. But I do personally think sometimes that can be, you know, a bit much trying to go back between two different platforms. So what's everybody up to right now? Simply, simply deep. Don't even worry about it, man. I understand. Alright, no worries. Yo, thank you, Binge. Yo, Bullet Club, my guy. And Xenogears. Yes, thank you. Thank you for that. Cheers, man. Cheers. Too sweet. Yeah, earlier, Binge, I was talking about how, I dive deep into like the Xeno series and how everything is like connected, you know? How Tetsuya Takahashi like connected everything with Xenoblade Chronicles 2 with the whole Zohar thing with the conduit, and I was just going down the rabbit hole. I've taken everybody with me. It's like the music for this game with the cutscenes, the character development. Can you imagine if Tetsuya Takahashi had him and Soraya Saga had like the money back in '97 and '96 when they were developing this to be able to fully give it the respect it deserves? My God. It right? Just the music of this game is just, oh god, it's so good. Yasunori Mitsuda is such a good composer. Alright, Simply Deep, thank you for coming through on the stream, man. Yeah, Antonio, the stuff that they were able to do with the limitations they had, it's just, it's mind-boggling, you know? It's, they really, and that's one of the things I kind of miss about the previous generation is the level of creativity I feel like has kind of gone, you know? Yeah, she over here like, man, quit your bitch and get out of your victim mentality. Come on. Yeah, she just, man, you're a coward. That's what she just straight told him. Man, I need to hear some of that stuff. Ooh, she laying it on him thick. Yeah, what does everyone think of this scene right here? Man, I swear the emotion right here is just woo.
You talk as if it's not your responsibility.
No. I didn't do anything.
They died because you had to pilot the gear and start fighting.
It wasn't me, can't you understand?
Not just anyone can pilot those machines, you know.
I didn't do it.
Why won't you take responsibility?
I'm not so strong.
Why are you trying to put the blame on others?
I'm not even all that talented.
You're a coward!
That's right. I'm a coward.
If you think this is dark, wait till we get further in the game. Because my lord, does this game go full dark. Is everybody who's watching, are you guys enjoying the stream and the story of the game so far? Veltal. His gear. In a way, you could say it's more like an active battle system. It's definitely what inspired stuff like Project Cross Zone 1 and 2 and Namco Cross Capcom. Veltal. That's something I was saying. I'll just put it on your tab. Yeah, sure thing, man. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. I'm actually going to be ending the stream soon because I got to go get my wife too. But thank you for coming through. To build this Lakers. Yo, NX, are you still watching? Oh. How's it going, Tal? Oh, thank you. Thank you for coming through. What's new with you? How you been? Oh, at work? Yeah, it's been hot lately, especially with summer hitting. What happened? What family tradition for you? And yeah, this is probably one of the greatest games ever made. This story, there's absolutely nothing like it other than other Xeno games, but they don't touch as deeply as this one did. Oh? Oh wow. What kind of ritual? What kind of shaman ritual? Oh, cool. Is it like similar to like hey, I don't judge. That's all that matters. Alright, so we streamed this for 3 hours. This is one of my longest streams ever. And hopefully you guys had fun. I had a lot of fun doing this stream. And yeah, I definitely got to do this again. A lot of you guys came through. I appreciate it. Tal, thank you for coming through. Zobe70, thank you for being a new follower on Twitch. NX Revolution, thank you for coming through as well and for the subscribe. Game Culture, thank you for the bits and coming through and subbing. You know, Cloudy Gamer, thank you for coming through. Simply Deep, thank you as well. Vince Madamba on Facebook, thank you for coming through. Yeah, thank you every one of you guys for coming through and enjoying the stream. I'll probably, you know what, I'm actually going to do a stream again tomorrow, Sunday. So, just stay tuned. If you're following me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Mikhail Kasanova, or if you follow me on facebook.com/Mikhail Kasanova, or even youtube.com/Mikhail Kasanova. I do another Xenogears stream, and we'll pick up as we are leaving for the village. Not the village, the industry. And we're going to the city. I'm tired. I'm trying not to fall asleep, but it's a good stream. Tal, thank you for coming through. NX, I hope you had a good one. I hope you enjoyed this, man. Yeah, we're definitely going to do some more. And NX, thank you for inspiring me to dive back into this little series, because in playing this, I am realizing how much I really love this franchise and the work of Tetsuya Takahashi and Soda Asaka. So, yeah. I'll catch you guys in the next one. If you haven't already, make sure you follow and subscribe. Share it with someone who you think might like it. With that being said, I hope you guys have a blessed day and night. And aloha. I'll catch y'all on the next one.